Good morning, everybody. Again, there's another beautiful Saturday morning. Here I am again in a white t-shirt with my hat on. I love my white t-shirts, so you guys don't judge me. Well, this morning, I got up this morning and decided I was gonna come to the Nixon Presidential Library. And I didn't know this was also from the sign here. It says the Nixon Presidential Library and birthplace. So I didn't know he was born here in Orange County. But I'm here. I'm gonna go in here and see what it's like in here, and I'm excited about this. I love history, so I'm excited about that. I don't know if you guys can see those flags up there, but check this out. That's also how windy it is today. It is an absolute beautiful day today. I'm actually glad I got up this morning and came to do this. And let's check it out. Look behind. Look at this fountain. Come on, dude. That's absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, that's the long enough intro. We're gonna go in here and see and have a good time. I don't know how much of a good time we're gonna do, but I love history, so we're gonna see what we can find. All right, let's go. These are, they call it the Charters of Freedom. Sorry. This one is the Declaration of Independence. These are all the names of everybody. John Hancock right there. Everybody knows John Hancock. Here's the Constitution. I have actually never read the Constitution. I might have to do that one day. And this is the Bill of Rights. And honestly, I've never read the Bill of Rights either. So I'm gonna have to do that one day as well. But I absolutely love history. Selma. If you don't know the story of Selma, look it up. Birmingham. This is where the 16th Street bombing is where they killed those 3 little girls in the basement of that church. I think it was 3 girls, maybe 4. The Detroit riots. I didn't know much about the Detroit riots until I saw the movie Detroit. But it's great. Lyndon B. Johnson, Richard Nixon. Love it though, it is great. Oh my goodness. So when you say he was giving these as gifts, well, the president was giving them as gifts? Oh, okay. Wow. That's actually pretty cool.
These flags right here, the military flags.
Mm-hmm.
When Elvis Presley came to visit the White House in 1970, he stood in front of the military flags with shaking Richard.
Wow. Are these the ones? Or they're just...
I believe so. I'm not sure.
Wow.
I would think they'd be kind of tattered, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow, that's nice.
And if you go in the gallery, you'll see the copy of the famous
Okay.
Nixon shaking Richard.
Yeah. Elvis is, yes. I've seen the pictures several times, so I know exactly which one you're talking about.
It was in the latest movie about Elvis Presley.
Sure.
Safe out here.
Okay. Okay, beautiful. I'm gonna look at that right now. So is this is a replica of his desk, or is the exact?
Of the Wilson desk he used as a vice president and also as president.
Oh
He
wow!
liked the desk so much as a VP that he used to.
Wow, it is huge. It's like a table, but it is great. I love it. Wow, that is beautiful. Alrighty, thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of the
Oh, I will.
you're gonna go to the birthplace.
So I don't know what this area they would call it, but I guess you can call it the Vietnam War area. I think that's Walter Cronkite. Yes, Walter Cronkite.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. Tonight I want to talk to you on a subject of deep concern to all Americans and to many people in
Just
all parts of
imagine
the world.
sitting and watching this stuff as it happens, you know.
But the question before us is not whether some Americans are cheap, some Americans are great, but how can we win America's peace? I recognize that some of my fellow citizens disagree.
This is a great memorial right here, or tribute memorial, whichever one you want to call it. That is great. Look at the details in the eyes. No, I'm not speaking a whole bunch, but this is not a whole bunch to say, just really taking it in. It's actually really amazing. Alright, let's keep going. So this is a very, very famous picture right here. This soldier right here, I cannot remember his name. Let me see if it has it on here. Lieutenant Colonel Robert L. Sturm. So this picture is very famous of his family coming back to him because he was a prisoner of war, I think for like 5 years or so, something like that. But when he came back, they're not going to tell you in this, but when he came back, his wife filed for divorce. His kids stopped talking to him. I mean, there was all kinds of stuff. She got half of his pension, stuff like that, because when he came back, and I'm just going off of what I remember. I remember the story, but when he came back, he had PTSD, and he just wasn't the same, I guess, if you want to call it. And it was hard on his family, and so he ended up basically losing his family behind this. He couldn't work and all that good stuff. So they'll show you this type of stuff, but they really won't tell you the actual story behind it. And it's actually kind of a sad story behind him. But you guys can look it up. Again, his name is Lieutenant Colonel. No, this is a different guy. I'm sorry. I'm showing a different guy. But yeah, and still, I thought that was him. Let me make sure. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's Robert Stern. That's Sturm there. That guy was a different guy. I'm sorry. That was showing right there. But I don't see his picture up yet. But again, his story is kind of a sad story. So if I was you guys, I would check it out. Look his story up because it's kind of sad. All right, moving on. I'm trying to pick and choose what I want to record in here, but it's so much information and so much stuff in here. It's ridiculous. Like, take for example, this how big this room is. This room is huge, but look up. Boom. They're marking on the moon on the side of the wall. But there's stuff all up on the walls, up on the top. You gotta look all the way up because it's everywhere. And you have a famous picture of Elvis. Back in the Oval Office, I was showing you the flags and the birds. The lady in the office was telling me this is where he took this famous picture at, was there. Of course, that was a replica. That the Oval Office was an exact replica of the office when he was there. right, let's keep going.
show where we can make progress.
This marks the end of our stay in the People's Republic of China. We have been here a week.
I don't know what you call this room, but I guess you can call this the China room. I know that sounds ridiculous, but they don't really have a name. But all this stuff in here is nothing but stuff with him and dealing with China.
Well, if anything, that turned out to be an understatement.
You have a relationship that has grown exponentially. It's meant a much broader, more solid relationship now.
Nixon provided a vision for peace in which all significant countries.
I'm not even going to attempt to say the premier's name. There's a statue of them both. The statues are really cool. I love how they literally got them looking directly at each other. Well, this one's a little off, but it doesn't matter.
I have requested this television time tonight to announce a major development in our efforts to build a lasting peace in the world.
China is totally isolated from the world. It was in the grip of orthodox communism.
The announcement I shall now read is being issued simultaneously in Peking and in the United
It's a jade
States.
sculpture. I'll let you read that on your own.
Diplomatic contact with China for over 20 years.
Premier Chou En-lai has extended an invitation to President Nixon to visit China. President Nixon has accepted the invitation in question.
I think Nixon's main motive was Vietnam. He believed that small communist states listened to big communist states.
Alright, let's move on. So this is an area about when he won the election.
We have made great progress in these past 4 years. It can truly be said that we have changed America and that America has changed the world.
I was told that he is the only president from California. That's what they said. I actually thought Ronald Reagan was from here, but apparently not. But we'll be going to the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library soon. It's about an hour and a half from where I live. This one is a little closer. This is, oh, presidential secret tapes, 1943 to 1972, 73. I mean 1940 to 1973. President Roosevelt, President Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, and Johnson. Let's see. Camp David. Here's Camp David there. Where Camp David is. Lincoln sitting room. Let's see. It's right there. The cabinet room. Well, it's everywhere. Here's the Oval Office. This is where we was at a few minutes ago. And then the Executive Office building. I don't know why that's important, but hey, that's cool. Listen to the gap. Wow. Cover up. Dirty tricks. Cover up. Investigation.
He did not sound like he prevaricated, but
Watergate Resource Center.
times he'd get up in the night, go to sleep, and say, I recognize the phone call, it's just hand holding.
So these were the times when you
I didn't think they were going to say anything about Watergate.
Because you said, I was you said there were hundreds of things, or I'm not making a suggestion to do.
But they have things in here on the Watergate. It's actually pretty cool.
I do, couldn't and should.
We all know the story of the Watergate, but they have a whole section on the Watergate. I am so glad that they put something in here about it, because it's a part of his legacy. So I'm glad that they put some stuff in here about Watergate. I love it. All right, let's move on. So now we're going to some of his life back in the, when he was born. Wow. This is the Nixon family. I'm assuming that's his father. Couldn't even pretend to tell you which one he is.
I can't understand people who will not take the risk of losing.
That's his mother. And it looks like his mom too. Charlene. Stalwarts of Whittier. He lived in Whittier. This is Nixon's grandparents, Franklin and strong influences on their grandson from helping support. Okay. Sorry, I was mumbling. I was reading. So he does have connections to Whittier, California. I didn't know that. I know that he had an office there at one point in time. But that's some of his old pictures. His family had a store, a Nixon store. So I'm kind of just go through it pretty fast. And there he is again. He's kind of a handsome man. Here he is playing football. I'm assuming that's the 20s. 1923. Wow. This is Letterman's jacket. Wow, that is cool.
That means that once you lose, then you fight back.
He actually went to Whittier College. Nice. So he actually did spend a lot of time in Whittier, California. That is nice. I actually lived in Whittier. I did not know that he actually lived in Whittier or went to school in Whittier. I did not know that. Whittier should probably lean into that history a little bit more. Pat Nixon, taken in 1943, San Francisco.
We never talked about what we have done, where we have been, what we've been through.
His wife.
Never looked past.
Attorney at law.
I don't want to give the impression that when I applied to see
See, here's the building in Whittier.
going up the line, that I'm a real brave fellow.
I actually put this building in one of my videos.
I didn't get very action points. I would not have done my duty. I think I probably got my attitude about running the police during my college years when I was
I'm going to
was chief of.
go back again. This portion of it is really interesting. That's actually really cool. I knew this building is where he had his offices at, because they have plaques on the building. But that's actually really cool to see it now. To see it that way now. In that picture, that is absolutely amazing to me. I love history, so it just has me smiling. Okay. But I think we filmed enough of this, because there's more I want to film. I want to make sure I have enough time to do it all. Let's keep walking through here.
I am going to give this television radio audience a complete financial account. Everything I've
This is
earned,
absolutely amazing. I
everything
love
I've
this.
spent, everything I've owned. I want to do it.
This place is too cool. Alright, I'm done. I gotta keep going. Next section. So I had to get this section on film because I am a film addict. Nixon in pop culture. I don't really know what that's from, but we definitely know where this one is from. That's the Point Break mask. Frosted Nixon. I saw this movie. It's a great movie. Futurama. Don't know what that is. Saw that movie, Elvis and Nixon. I didn't really like it too much. I didn't think either one of them played either character very well, to be honest with you. Look over here. Catch that one. Yes. Great movie, by the way. Point Blank. Point Break. Very good movie. Let's turn this way. Nixon with George Bush. Wow. President Reagan. President Ford, Jimmy Carter, Richard Nixon. The only one in that picture that's still alive is President Carter. Wow. Boy, look at those socks. Look at those socks. Jesus. Those are his longtime friends. All right, let's go. Okay, we had to at least honor him in his funeral a little, because this is his funeral. He died in 1994.
I've been sustained by recalling a note handed me right after Watergate first
I
broke.
actually remember that.
And it read, I am hurt, but I am not slain. I shall lay me down and bleed a while. And I shall rise, fight again.
Five presidents sitting together.
That's the story of my life.
It's amazing. This casket.
2,000 years ago, the poet summoned me along. One must wait until the evening.
Today, I welcome you.
Oh, that's when his wife died in 93. That I didn't know.
Of Richard Milhouse Nixon. The second half of the 20th century
Mr. Billy Graham.
Will be known as the age of Nixon.
Is that Billy Graham?
Strong, brave, unafraid of
Yeah,
controversy.
Mr. Billy Graham, yeah.
Unyielding in his convictions. Living every day of his life to the hilt. The largest figure of our time. His influence will be timeless.
I
Grew up right here in Yorba Linda.
I want to see a country in which every young American can have the opportunity to make that journey.
So, here is the gravesite. This is Patricia Nixon, 1912 to 1993. And over here is Richard Nixon, 1913 to 1994. I didn't realize that they were buried here. But here you have it. Alright. I may not be sure, because this doesn't, this says, oh no, these are for the benches. These are benches that was in memory of Richard and Pat. Okay. So I'm assuming that these are their burial sites. Did not know that I was gonna see their burial sites today. But there you have it. So this is Richard Nixon's birthplace. Let me zoom out of here. This is a registered landmark, and I'm 100%, well, not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that this house was moved here. Let's see. This is great. And this is the house President Nixon grew up in. I don't know if we can go inside, so you really can't see. This is the house he grew up in. It's an absolute gorgeous home. Let's see if we can get around the building, see more.
Is that we don't allow photography inside.
Makes sense.
But you can take all the pictures you want in here.
Wow.
The president was born on that bed in his parents' bedroom.
Oh, wow.
On January 9th of 1930.
January 9th?
Right.
That's my birthday.
Really?
Yes.
Well, what a cool
that is my birthday. Wow.
Not 1913.
No, not 1913. No, not at all. That's amazing. Yeah. He was actually born on this bed.
Yeah. Wow. So now you have a piece of trivia that you can share with your friends.
That is
Who
amazing.
was born on the same day that I was born?
That is amazing. And is all the furniture original?
Yes.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
the high chair that the president and his brothers learned to eat on. So I believe that wood is better than aluminum.
I agree.
You can sand it and revarnish it.
That's right.
Aluminum gets rusty and you have to throw it away.
Wow, that is great. I actually love this.
In fact, the quilt and the comforter were gifts to the president's parents on their wedding day.
Wow.
And the quilt is called it's a basket quilt because of the baskets in the design. But this was converted into a friendship quilt because the ladies that made it signed their names. If you look carefully at the base of the baskets.
Yes, I see.
And one lady, and it was, they lived in Indiana and Ohio, and one lady put the year 1875, so we know it was made in 1875.
Wow, that's amazing.
The president, in school in those days, boys had the choice of wood shop or metal shop, and girls had the choice of homemaking or shorthand.
Wow.
So President Nixon chose wood shop, and he made those frames, the frames of those pictures.
That is, goodness gracious, this is great. I did not expect to get all this today. I really didn't.
I usually don't tell people all these details, but since you're interested in history.
No, I definitely am. Oh my goodness. And everything is original.
Right.
Wow.
In fact, the president learned to play that piano.
Wow.
While they lived here, when they lived here.
That's amazing.
He also played the clarinet, saxophone, accordion, and violin.
Wow.
And that's his violin.
That I did not know. That is some information I never heard.
His daughter didn't know that he played the accordion either.
Wow.
But we have a recording made by the president before the library was open.
That is
and in
amazing.
that recording, he lists all the musical instruments he played.
Wow, the stuff you learn. Now, is that picture of his family?
That's a picture of the president with his brothers.
Oh, wow.
The president is the second from the left, because they're in the order of their birth.
Oh, okay.
So Harold was the oldest, I think born in 1910, and the president is seated in the chair, born in 1913.
Wow.
And the one in the middle was born in 1914.
Wow.
And the one with the tie around his neck was born in 1918. And so those four lived in this house. The one on the far right wasn't born until 1930.
Oh, wow.
So he was much younger than his brothers.
Wow.
Change of life baby kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And so he never lived in this house.
Wow.
He just passed away last year.
I was just about to ask, was he still alive? Wow. That's amazing. Can we go around here?
Yes.
Wow. My goodness, this is I'm really shocked. I just didn't. And this is a family?
Of his mother is in the back. Hannah.
Frank and Hannah. Okay, I did read that. Wow.
Hannah was born in a Quaker family. So she raised her children Quaker. So President Nixon was raised Quaker.
That's great. I love it. I really do. All right, let me see. This is
dishware that the family used. The blue rim dishes were their everyday dishes.
Oh, okay.
And the ones in the drawer were for special occasions.
Those were the china, as they used to say. Wow. Oh, my goodness.
They didn't have sterling silver for special occasions. They had one set of eating utensils.
Oh, okay.
And it was mixed. If you look closely, some have an N for Nixon, some have an M for Millhouse, which was Mrs. Nixon's parents' name.
Wow.
And a stove that burned a distilled oil, much like a Coleman camping stove. Pump it up to keep it going. Easier to cook on.
Absolutely.
This wood stove.
Absolutely.
This wood or coal. If you live east of the Rockies, it's coal.
Wow.
And the rest of here in California, we don't have access to much coal.
Yes,
so
yes.
Most people use burned wood in it.
Wow. So is this like original from the time, or is this like a?
It is an original.
Oh wow.
Wood or coal burning stove, but it was not used by the Nixon family.
Wow. So that's exactly the way it would have looked back then.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
And it's something you did not back into.
Exactly. Wow. It's a tiny kitchen.
Yeah.
It is
It's
literally
a small house.
Yeah.
Less than 700 square feet.
That's
on the
amazing.
First floor. And it was designed to be a one-story house.
Wow.
The attic was big enough so that the president's father converted part of the attic into a bedroom.
Wow.
And the four boys shared the 2 double beds in the bedroom.
Wow, that's I am.
The room you're taking a picture of now was probably intended to be, since this was a kid house, probably intended to be a dining room. Mrs. Nixon wanted a pantry. She did not keep the saddle in the pantry.
Yeah.
They had a stable.
Okay.
Because they had a horse for transportation, and they had a cow, and for a while they had a goat. Mrs. Nixon was told by a neighbor that goat's milk was very good for growing boys.
Wow.
And so she had her sons drink a glass of goat's milk every day.
Every day, wow.
And they hated it. It tastes a little different.
It's a little weird. I admit, I've had it before, and it is a little weird. It's a little weird. That's amazing. I love it. So here's the helicopter. This is what I'm assuming a lot of people come to want to see. Come to want to see. What was that? Come to check out, I guess. You can actually go on it. They'll let you go on it, but as of now, there's a lot of wind, so they closed it, so you can't actually get into it right now. But he said that this is still actually owned by the Marines. So when you go inside, you can't take any pictures, but you can come out here and take all the pictures of it that you want. And I'm assuming, I gotta read the signs or whatnot, but I'm assuming this is the helicopter that the president flew on. United States of America. Wow, this is absolutely amazing. I love it. And here comes my buddy again.
Put those down so they won't blow over.
Yes. Wow.
Those placards give you all the information.
So I'm back over here to take another look at the house from the outside. This is the actual home that President Nixon's father built himself. He built this home. And I said earlier in the video that I believe that this house was moved here, but no, the guy here, the very nice man that helped me and gave me the tour of the house, said that this is the original spot where the house was built. The library is on the Nixon property, so they own this property. This was their home, you know. And so he was born in this house. Everything in the house is original to the house. It's their furniture and everything. And he also said that I went over to the helicopter, and he also said that helicopter was the very first presidential helicopter. So I guess they call them Marine One, I think is what they call them. So that helicopter was the very first one that was specific for the presidents. And he said that Nixon flew on that plane, on that helicopter. President Ford, John F. Kennedy. I think that's all. I can't remember the other guy, but he said that was the very first one. And my camera went out, so I couldn't get any more of I couldn't get him talking because there's so much to talk about and see in this place. So, but I've had a great time. I'm gonna walk back in real quick and get ready to head out of here because I got some more things to do this evening. But this has been amazing. Let's keep going. This right here is a replica of a nuclear bunker.
You might avoid being seriously burnt.
This is a Geiger counter, I think is what you call it.
If no solid cover is available, throw yourself on the ground, in a ditch or hollow, behind a tree or a wall.
Oh, wow.
Anything that will help to shield you. Curl up in a ball and cover your head with your
Well, this plate has radiation. And these are all the items that might have radiation in it. You know, back in the day, they built things like that. Let's see. Does this have it in it too? No. Wow.
And if you understand the nature of the danger, you can shield yourself against it.
Imagine living back here, back then, and thinking, you know, they could really have an opportunity, have an opportunity to, you know, be exploded by a nuclear bomb. Look at this. This is the Cold War wing of the library. Warning system. It's the radar right here. That's absolutely cool. This is an actual radar machine. All right, let's get out of here. My gosh, this ballroom. Wow. I don't know if this is like a replica of what it looks like in the White House, but it's amazing. And I believe someone might be getting ready to have a wedding here soon. I just think this room is amazing. So I'm not gonna stay in here for long, but wow. George Washington, I think that's Roosevelt. think that might be Coolidge. I'm not sure. Let's see. This might be Martha Washington. Again, I'm not sure, but let's see who this is. This is McKinley, William McKinley. Wow. It's a great room. All right, I think we're just about done here. Let's walk around a little bit more, see what else we can see, but I think we're pretty much done in here. And get out of here, but I love this place. So, I just left the Nixon Library, Presidential Library, and I gotta say, guys, I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. I enjoyed every second of it. It was really cool. I learned a lot more today than I thought I was gonna learn. I honestly did. I didn't believe. I'm gonna sit right here in front of this fountain again and do the outro. But I honestly didn't believe that I was gonna learn as much as I learned today. But I learned a lot of stuff about Nixon today, and a lot of stuff about where he grew up and what kind of what his presidency was about and stuff like that. I saw his home, where he grew up at. I didn't know he actually grew up in Whittier. Like I said earlier in the video, I lived in Whittier for a long time, so I knew that he had connections to Whittier, and I knew his family. There we go, that looks better. His grandparents were from Whittier, but I didn't know he actually grew up there. He was born here in Yorba Linda. Sorry, excuse me. Got a little choked up right there. Not crying, but got a little choked right there for some reason. But anyway, I didn't know that. I didn't know that he actually grew up in Whittier. So that actually is pretty cool to find out today. So, guys, if you ever get an opportunity to come to the Nixon Library, do it. It is so much fun. Never mind what you think about Watergate, stuff like that. Actually come and check out the Presidential Library. It is really nice. I think my next destination is going to be the Ronald Reagan Library. Yeah, I'm going to go there next because I'm actually loving this stuff here. So I had a magnificent time. I got another event I'm going to this evening. Maybe I'll be able to film a little bit of that too. We'll see. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate you guys. I never say it, but like and subscribe. Hit the little icon there for the bell icon. So you'll know when the next videos comes out. And I got to get better at this thing. I never say that in my videos, but like and subscribe, guys. It really helps me out. It helps the channel grow. Please help me out here. Anyways, thank you so much. I'm in the shadow of the California state flag, whatever. But anyway, thank you guys for checking this out again, man. I just hope you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out. I'm continue to try to get better at it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. See you on the next one.